What is up, you guys? My name is Elias and I love movies. The other day I was watching a movie that I'm sure many of you have already seen, titled Me and EARL and the Dying Girl, which by the way I think is an amazing film and everyone should watch it. There's just one part of the movie where Greg says something like, "This is a story about how I made a movie that killed someone." Literally. Just like Greg and EARL, for most of my middle school and some of my high school years, I created tons and tons of short films. Not the best, of course, but I was excited every single time I got the chance to shoot a new one. Most of them were with action figures, random toys, or stuffed animals, and I would create these random stop motion animation type films. I never really showed them to anyone. I pretty much made them for myself and for my brothers and my sister and sometimes my parents. There was this one time that I tried to create a horror film, I guess. It was going to be a short about two young boys randomly walking through the woods, and they ended up seeing something that perhaps they should have never seen. They saw what appeared to be a man burying a body. The man sees these two boys that are spying on him, immediately stops what he's doing and begins to chase them through the whole entire woods to find them and to kill them so that they don't tell anybody about what they just saw. Okay, the scene that I wanted to talk about is whenever he does eventually end up catching one of these boys. You see the boy running, which was one of my brothers, and me chasing him. He begins to choke him, and as he's choking him with one hand, he reaches for a rope with the other hand. He immediately wraps that rope around his neck and throws the rope over a branch. Now, if any of you guys know anything about editing, what I'm going to tell you next might make some sense, okay? I had a shot of just the kid's face with a hand around his neck, and then I immediately had it cut to a hand on the ground reaching for a rope. I then cut back to the little boy's face with the rope being tied around his neck, and then from that scene, it cut to just the rope being thrown over the branch. I then had it cut to just a pair of hands pulling on a rope. I tried really hard to be clever in shooting this scene because I knew I couldn't have a full shot of a boy being hung because I wasn't going to hang my little brother. So I decided to just have little cuts of the events and let the viewer put it all together. Like the pair of hands pulling the rope, and after that I had it cut to just his feet hanging. I had my little brother, who by the way still has the rope around his neck, hang on the branch and slowly pull himself 1 inch at a time. As my little brother is slowly pulling himself and I'm getting the shot of his feet hanging, his hand slipped off of the branch, and for some strange reason he decides to grab the closest thing to him. He grabs the rope that is literally hanging right next to him. The rope that is tied around his neck and was previously thrown over the branch that he's pretending to be hanging on. It did take him a second to realize that he was literally like hanging himself, and he was freaking out for a second, and me and my brothers watching this, of course, were also freaking out. And thank God, of course, that nothing horrible happened, but it's just one of those things that we look back at now for some strange reason and can't help but laugh because we're in disbelief that something like this actually happened to us while we're trying to create a short film as like 15 and 12-year-olds. Because even though this incident did happen and we did kind of freak out, we also laughed about it like the next day and went on to shoot this short film that no one will ever watch. Just one of those random things that I was thinking about the other day whenever I was watching Me and EARL and the Dying Girl, and I was thinking about how they shoot these horrible short films that they refuse to show anyone, and how I used to do the exact same thing. And thinking about those horrible films made me think about this one incident that almost caused my brother's life. I will say that I don't think he ever shot another short film after this one, which means I had to go back to stuffed animals and action figures. If you guys have any short films that you guys have done and you guys have them uploaded here on YouTube, put the link down below. I'll be more than happy to check it out. Also, if you guys have any strange stories like this one regarding shooting a short film, make sure you leave them in the comments section. But as always, thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you like, subscribe for more videos if you want. Please be safe creating short films, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Gary Movie House. Like, comment, and subscribe for my videos. Peace out, homies.